Have you ever found yourself trapped in a cycle of negative self-talk or unintentionally putting others down? In today's video, we're diving deep into why truly wise individuals steer clear of self-defeating words and how changing the way you speak can completely transform your mindset and your life. Stick around until the end, because I'll be sharing practical tips to help you build a more positive, empowering outlook. One that fuels personal growth, resilience, and uplifts those around you. If you're someone who values wisdom and self-improvement, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Your support truly means the world to me. And if this topic resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments below. If not, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback helps me improve and bring you better content every time. Let's begin with a story. One day, a curious young man from a nearby village paid a visit to a wise old man. This young man was known for his charm. He could talk to anyone and make friends with ease. Every day, he would go out seeking someone new to share his endless stories with. Yet, despite his outgoing nature, he felt a strange emptiness inside, as if something vital was missing. The wise man listened quietly and watched him for a while. Then, he offered the young man a challenge: live in silence for 7 days. Each morning, the wise man would share one lesson: simple, timeless truths not just meant to be heard, but to be lived. The young man accepted. On the first day, as the sun rose, the wise man said, "Never reveal someone else's secrets. What's told to you in confidence must remain confidential. Betraying trust creates discord and breaks relationships." The young man listened carefully and took the lesson to heart. On the second day, the wise man shared, "Don't reveal all your plans. Not everyone hopes for your success. Sharing too much can attract unnecessary obstacles. Let your actions and results speak for you." The young man pondered deeply. On the third day came this wisdom: don't spread your complaints to everyone. Negativity is contagious and solves nothing. Instead, seek forgiveness or reconciliation, but don't let bitterness poison others. This lesson resonated deeply within him. As the week passed, the young man began to experience the quiet power of silence, reflection, and inner strength. Finally, on the 7th day, as dawn broke, the wise man shared one last truth: don't speak too much of your wealth or possessions. They don't define your value, and talking about them often breeds envy. True wealth lives in your heart and mind, not in material things. And so, the week of silence came to an end. The young man left not with a new story to tell, but with something far more valuable: wisdom to live by. He no longer felt the need to fill silence with words. He had found peace in calmness, insight in reflection, and strength in quiet resilience. This story beautifully illustrates 7 things we should keep to ourselves, not because they're secrets, but because they are guiding principles for living a more harmonious, respectful life. These 7 things are: other people's secrets. What is shared with you in confidence must remain private. Your own personal plans. Not everyone needs to know your goals. Let your actions speak. Complaints. Constant negativity only drains energy and damages relationships. Acts of kindness. Give quietly and from the heart, without seeking recognition. Other people's flaws. We all have them. Speaking of them serves no purpose but harm. Your own fears. Some things are best processed privately or with trusted support. Your material possessions. True value lies in character, not in what you own. Now that we've uncovered these 7 quiet sources of wisdom, let's shift our focus to something just as powerful: the 12 things a wise person never says. You see, intelligence isn't just about IQ or academic success. It's also about emotional wisdom, sound judgment, and the ability to communicate with care and intention. A wise person thinks before they speak, knowing that even one careless word can leave a lasting scar or impression. Before we dive in, if you value these insights and want to keep growing in wisdom, Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And if your heart is open to learning today, let me know by commenting below. My heart is open to learning. Number 1. A wise person never gossips or spreads rumors. Why? Because gossip is one of the fastest ways to break trust. And once broken, trust is incredibly difficult to rebuild. Imagine how painful it is when someone shares your secrets, someone you thought you could trust. That betrayal cuts deep, doesn't it? True wisdom lies in loyalty, in the ability to hold someone's confidence without turning it into conversation. It's about honoring the sacred bond of trust and protecting the integrity of your relationships. Unlike those who speak carelessly, the wise understand that trust is not something to take lightly. It's the invisible thread that holds our relationships together. When we protect each other's secrets, we're not just avoiding drama. We're actively weaving a strong foundation of love, respect, and connection. Every time you choose loyalty over gossip, you reinforce the beautiful fabric of trust. You become a safe place for others. And that, in turn, builds a community of mutual respect, emotional safety, and authentic connection. If you're still with me and finding value in these lessons, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're here and learning alongside me. Number 2. A wise person guards trust like a treasure and never trades it for gossip. Gossiping and spreading rumors might seem harmless at first, even entertaining. But in truth, they are deeply destructive. Each time you pass along a secret that isn't yours to tell, you chip away at the foundation of trust in your relationships. Just think about how it feels when someone betrays your confidence. It hurts. It shakes your sense of safety. It makes you question who you can really count on. That's why wisdom always walks hand in hand with loyalty. The wise understand that trust is not given. It is earned, and once earned, it must be fiercely protected. It is the invisible glue that holds our connections together, the silent promise that says, "Your truth is safe with me." When we choose to honor that promise, we strengthen the bonds of love, respect, and integrity in our lives. And in doing so, we build not just relationships, but safe, lasting, meaningful ones. So the next time you're tempted to repeat a story that isn't yours, pause. Choose silence. Choose strength. Choose wisdom. Number 3. A wise person doesn't provoke. They choose peace over pride. It can be tempting, can't it? To prove a point, to win an argument, to react when someone pushes your buttons. But provoking others and fueling conflict is rarely worth the emotional cost. Those who constantly engage in drama often don't realize how much damage they leave behind. Strained relationships, tension, and a heavy toll on the heart. True wisdom is revealed in emotional intelligence, the ability to navigate tense moments with grace, to hold your composure when others lose theirs. Wise individuals know it's not about being right, it's about being at peace. Rather than feeding conflict, they focus on constructive and respectful dialogue, conversations that build bridges, not walls. Sometimes, walking away is not weakness, it's wisdom. Let those who crave conflict argue if they must, but the wise know when to disengage, when to protect their peace, and when to choose compassion over control. In the end, every choice has a consequence. The seeds you plant, whether of harmony or hostility, will shape the journey ahead. So choose peace, choose understanding, and watch how your world becomes lighter, clearer, and more deeply connected. If this resonates with you, leave a 2 in the comments to let me know you're still here, learning and growing with me. Number 4. A wise person chooses honesty, even when it's hard. Lying is a complicated part of human nature. Sometimes we lie out of fear, sometimes to protect someone, and other times simply to avoid discomfort. In rare situations, hiding the truth may feel justified, like when revealing it could put someone at risk or create unnecessary chaos. But when lying becomes a habit, it slowly eats away at the very foundation of trust. Wise individuals understand this. They know that honesty is not just a virtue, it's the bedrock of every meaningful relationship. Honesty nurtures openness, It fosters respect. It creates space where trust can grow and where connections can deepen. In contrast, living a life built on deception is like building a house on sand. Eventually, it crumbles under the weight of its own falsehoods. And here's the truth. Lies are heavy. They require constant effort to maintain, and the emotional burden doesn't just affect the liar, it affects everyone around them. Choosing honesty, especially when it's uncomfortable, is a quiet act of courage. It reflects integrity, it strengthens bonds, and it invites others to show up with the same openness and authenticity. In a world that often encourages image over truth, the wise stand out, not for their perfection, but for their sincerity. Because when we speak the truth, we create lives rooted in genuine connection, emotional safety, and lasting respect. Number 5. A wise person never mocks others, because they understand the weight of every word. Mocking someone, whether it's because of their skin color, beliefs, appearance, or social background, is more than just thoughtless. It's a reflection of a lack of empathy and a failure to recognize the dignity of another human being. Those who mock may think they're being clever or funny, but in truth, they're often revealing their own insecurities and their inability to embrace what's different. Truly intelligent and emotionally mature people know this. Mutual respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Mockery, on the other hand, weakens that foundation, damaging trust, stirring up conflict, and reinforcing harmful stereotypes. The wise choose a different path. They create spaces where empathy, understanding, and tolerance thrive, where people are free to be themselves without fear of ridicule, because they know that when we lift others up instead of tearing them down, we all rise together. Respect is powerful. It builds bridges where walls once stood. It transforms communities into places of connection, inclusion, and mutual appreciation. So the next time you're tempted to laugh at someone's expense, pause and ask, what am I adding to the world right now? Kindness or cruelty? Choose kindness. Choose wisdom. If this message resonates with you, comment 3 below. Let me know you're still here, growing, and walking this path of wisdom with me. Number 6. A wise person makes promises with care and keeps them with integrity. We've all heard promises that were never kept. Maybe even made a few ourselves, thinking they were harmless at the time. But the truth is, promises carry weight. And when they're broken, they don't just cause disappointment. They erode trust. Some people make promises too quickly, without truly thinking about whether they can follow through. They mean well, but they underestimate how much their words matter. A wise person is different. They understand that a promise is not just a statement, it's a bond. A quiet agreement that says, you can count on me. That's why they don't make promises lightly. They pause. They reflect. They ask themselves, do I truly have the time, energy, and ability to fulfill this? Because for the wise, it's not just about keeping their word. It's about honoring the trust behind that word. When we follow through on what we say, when our actions align with our promises, we build something rare and powerful: credibility. People begin to see us as dependable, as someone they can rely on, not just. Number 7. A wise person speaks with clarity, not in anger. Anger is powerful. It rises quickly. It clouds our thinking. And if left unchecked, it can leave behind words that cut deeper than we ever intended. Words spoken in anger have the potential to cause lasting, even irreversible damage to our relationships. In those heated moments, when emotions are running high, it's all too easy to lose control and say things we don't truly mean. But a wise person understands this. Anger is fleeting. Words are not. They know the importance of pressing pause, of choosing silence over shouting, and reflection over reaction. Because once a word is spoken, it cannot be taken back. Instead of escalating a conflict, wise individuals step away, even when they feel justified. They allow the emotional storm to pass, giving space for calmness and clarity to return. Why? Because real wisdom lies in restraint. It's knowing that what we say, how we say it, matters. And when we respond with patience and respect, even in disagreement, we protect the relationship, not just the argument. Wise people speak not to win battles, but to build bridges. They understand that thoughtful communication is the true path to resolution, healing, and lasting harmony. In a world filled with noise and conflict, let your words bring peace. Let them reflect the calm strength of someone who values connection more than being right. Number 8. A wise person never judges others by appearance. It's easy to fall into the trap of judging someone based on how they look, their clothes, their skin, their body, or even their expressions. But wise individuals know what we see on the surface tells only a fraction of the story. Making comments about someone's appearance, even casually, can leave invisible wounds. What might seem like an offhand remark to you could be a lifetime insecurity for someone else. Wisdom means looking deeper. It means choosing empathy over assumptions and respect over ridicule. A wise person understands that every individual deserves dignity, no matter how they look. They know that behind every face is a life, a story, a struggle, a strength we may never fully see. So instead of focusing on appearance, the wise choose compassion. They offer kindness even when someone looks different, and when they notice signs of someone going through a hard time, they respond not with judgment, but with quiet support and understanding. True wisdom is not just about what we think. It's about how we treat others. It's about creating a space where everyone feels accepted, not for their appearance, but for who they are at heart. This simple shift in mindset builds a more inclusive, compassionate, and emotionally intelligent community, one where people feel seen, respected, and safe. So the next time you're tempted to judge what you see, pause, look deeper, and choose to see the person, not just the surface. If you're still with me and growing through these lessons, comment 4 below to let me know you're still here, choosing wisdom. Number 9. A wise person refuses to reduce people to stereotypes. It's tempting to make broad statements, to say, people like that always, or they're all the same. But when we do, we flatten the rich complexity of human lives into shallow assumptions. Wise individuals know better. They understand that every person is a unique story, shaped by their own experiences, values, and beliefs. Overgeneralizations may feel easy, but they distort reality, oversimplify people's identities, and often lead to harmful misunderstandings or prejudice. When we assume that all people from a certain race, gender, culture, or background are the same, we close the door to empathy. We stop listening. We stop learning. But the wise choose a different path. They ask, they observe, and above all, they listen deeply, seeking to understand individuals for who they truly are, not for the labels placed upon them. By rejecting stereotypes and embracing diversity, wise individuals help create a more inclusive and compassionate world, one where curiosity replaces judgment and respect replaces assumption. This doesn't just build stronger relationships. It builds a society where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued for their uniqueness. So the next time you catch yourself making a sweeping statement, pause. Ask yourself, am I really seeing the person or just repeating a pattern I never questioned? Wisdom lives in that pause, in that choice. Number 10. A wise person leads with empathy. Empathy is more than just kindness. It's the rare and powerful ability to step into someone else's shoes, to feel what they feel, and to honor their experience as if it were your own. For wise individuals, empathy is not optional. It's essential. It shapes how they listen, how they speak, how they connect. Because they know that words without empathy can easily become weapons, phrases that belittle, dismiss, or overlook the pain of others, even when unintentional. But a wise person chooses their words with care. They speak not just to be heard, but to understand. They don't rush to fix or judge, but instead offer space. Space for emotions to be felt, voices to be heard, and people to feel truly seen. This kind of communication isn't just thoughtful, it's transformative. It builds trust, It nurtures connection. It creates relationships grounded in mutual respect and emotional safety. In a world often too fast to speak and too slow to listen, the wise slow down. They listen deeply. They respond with compassion. And in doing so, they make others feel valued, not just for what they say, but for who they are. Empathy isn't weakness. It's wisdom. And when practiced, it has the power to transform not just conversations, but communities. If this resonates with you, if you believe empathy is a strength worth cultivating, keep going, because you are already on the path of wisdom. Number 11. A wise person avoids negative and self-defeating affirmations. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough. I always mess things up," or "I'll never succeed"? These quiet, internal statements might seem harmless, but over time, they become self-fulfilling traps, silently shaping how we see ourselves and how others experience us. Wise individuals understand this truth deeply. Words hold power, and the words we speak to ourselves are no exception. They know that constant self-criticism or belittling others isn't a sign of humility. It's a reflection of pain, fear, or a lack of self-worth. Left unchecked, this kind of talk creates a cycle of doubt, insecurity, and emotional stagnation. But the wise choose differently. They replace limitation with possibility, negativity with growth, and shame with compassion. They embrace positive, empowering affirmations, not out of arrogance, but out of belief in human potential, starting with their own. By speaking words of encouragement, both to themselves and to others, they create an atmosphere where people feel safe to grow, to try, and even to fail, without fear of judgment. This mindset of hope, resilience, and perseverance doesn't just uplift the individual, it uplifts everyone around them. Because when we speak with belief, we plant seeds of strength. And when we nurture those seeds with kindness and encouragement, we help ourselves and others flourish. So, speak to yourself with the same respect you'd offer someone you care about, because you deserve that too. If you're still with me and committed to nurturing a positive, powerful mindset, drop a 5 in the comments below, and let's continue growing together. Number 12. A wise person never underestimates others. Think about a time when someone doubted you, when your abilities were overlooked or your potential dismissed. How did it feel? To underestimate someone is to deny the vast potential that lives inside them. And that's not just unwise, it's unfair. Wise individuals understand that every person carries a gift, a strength waiting to be seen, a talent waiting to be nurtured, a dream waiting to be believed in. Belittling others or assuming they can't achieve something reveals a narrow mind, one that can't see beyond present limitations or surface impressions. But wisdom sees deeper. It sees not just who a person is today, but who they can become tomorrow, with encouragement, with support, with belief. A wise person doesn't compete through comparison. They collaborate through empowerment. They foster environments where people are inspired to grow, to contribute, and to bring their best forward, because they feel valued. Because when you believe in someone, you offer them more than just hope. You give them the courage to rise. So the next time you're tempted to doubt someone's abilities, pause. Look again. Ask not, "What can they do?" but rather, "What could they become if someone truly believed in them?" Wisdom answers with trust, with encouragement, with vision. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through wisdom and personal growth. If you found value in these insights, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss content designed to elevate your life. Before you go, I want to share something truly extraordinary with you. NASA scientists have developed a groundbreaking 7-minute audio program called Genius Wave, designed to unlock your brain's full potential. Just imagine, effortlessly attracting success, clarity, and even happiness into your life. One of our subscribers, Nelson, used it, and the results were life-changing. He rekindled a broken relationship and landed a promotion at work. If you're ready to experience your own transformation, click the link in the description below to discover how Genius Wave can help you too. In conclusion, today we've explored 12 things a wise person never says. From avoiding gossip and stereotypes, to embracing empathy, honesty, and empowering self-talk. These aren't just lessons, they're lifelong tools for better communication, deeper relationships, and meaningful personal development. Now it's your turn. Which insight resonated with you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If this video helped you, please leave a comment, share it with a friend, and keep spreading the message of mindful, intentional living. And remember, every small change you make, every kind word, every moment of clarity contributes to a brighter, wiser future. Stay curious, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.